it appears that there is no power button on the left side, but there is if you just turn to the side a little bit. You see right there? Yeah. Hi, my name is Fiona, aka Techie Supreme, your supreme source on all things tech. And today we are talking about the Galaxy Note 10. And I was super compelled to do this video because I was just thinking about a lot of the Galaxy Note 10 leaks that we've seen recently, and I really just have to put my theory out there, to be quite frankly, to stop the madness, because wow. So I was writing about the Galaxy Note 10 for my blog. There's the latest render leaks that have come out. I really want to just talk about what is likely the most probable button setup for the Galaxy Note 10. So the leaks that we've seen so far show the device, and it seems as if there is, you know, the theories are there's no power button, or maybe Samsung got rid of the Bixby button and moved a power button and things like that. But I am fairly certain that the power button is alive and well, and it is exactly where it's supposed to be. So if you see the images, I'm just going to use this. I have a Galaxy Note 8 here, for example, just so that we can have just a general baseline for Samsung's usual design. So if you see on this Galaxy Note 8, which is not charged, so don't worry about that. On this side, we have the volume rocker and the Bixby button, and on the other side, we have the power button. And obviously that's, you know, the easiest ergonomic way so that people are not mixing up the power button and the Bixby button, just to have them on opposite sides. We know the tribulation that goes on with the Bixby button, but that's a tale for another time, is it not? But if you see the Galaxy Note 10 renders, it appears that there's no power button on this side, and then all you see are the volume rockers and a third button, which again, depending on the source that you've read, people have either said it maybe Samsung got rid of the Bixby button and moved the power button to this side, or people are saying that this is the Bixby button and where is the power button. Now, granted, I stumbled upon this by accident myself, and if I hadn't realized this myself, I'd probably be in the same camp, full disclosure. But, you know, I did, so I'm just sharing what I figured out. I feel that the answer to the Galaxy Note 10 design can be found in the Galaxy S10e. Now, if you look at the Galaxy S10e, we have what? We have a volume rocker and a Bixby button on this side, and it appears that there is no power button on the left side, but there is if you just turn to the side a little bit. You see right there? A power button, which is indented because this device, unlike its higher end siblings, has a capacitive fingerprint sensor. So what Samsung did in order to have the Galaxy S10e as its budget device, it introduced the in-display fingerprint sensor on the Galaxy S10 and Galaxy S10 Plus, and also the Galaxy S10 5G. But the Galaxy S10e keeps what is a pretty standard capacitive fingerprint sensor. Older Samsung devices that have capacitive fingerprint sensors, the original, it's in the front, and the power button's in the front, and you press it, and that's how you unlock, authenticate, what have you. For newer devices, the fingerprint sensor moved to the back so that we could get more screen real estate. And on this device, what Samsung has done is move the power button to the side so that you get the uniform back, so that it is in line with the other two devices, but there's still a little bit of a difference. Obviously, having the capacitive fingerprint sensor is going to allow the Galaxy S10e to be slightly cheaper than the other models, even though it's still pretty pricey. So how does this play into the Galaxy Note 10? Like I said, if you look at this, if you kind of look at it up close, you can kind of see in your periphery that there's something there, but I feel like why people are just not seeing it. If you look at it from a decent vantage, you really cannot. It looks completely uniform. You can't really see that there's a power button there. And I think that's exactly what's going on with the Galaxy Note 10. And I published on my blog that I'm assuming that the Galaxy Note 10, there may be a combination of the Galaxy Note 10 possibly having a capacitive fingerprint sensor, or Samsung has adopted this design from the Galaxy S10e onto the Galaxy Note 10 as the continuation to this design language. Now, what I think is going on is the rumors say that there will likely be more than one Galaxy Note 10 model. And I think that Samsung will likely do something similar to what it did with the Galaxy S10e, with the Galaxy Note 10, that the cheaper model, because when has a Galaxy Note device ever been cheap? I'm just saying. The lower end model may potentially have a capacitive fingerprint sensor so that it would have the indented power button. And then Samsung would likely just use the same design language even if the higher end model had an in-display fingerprint sensor, because unlike the Galaxy S line, we likely won't see a Galaxy Note 10e. It would likely be the same device, and it's very similar to the S10 and the S10 Plus. They have the same overall design language. We have the smaller model and the larger model, and the differences are, the amount of camera lenses and things like that. But for the most part, the design is the same, and the difference is the E model, which is kind of in a little bit of a class of its own. So that is my theory. I would love to know what you guys think. And to be quite frank, if I'm correct, if I'm allowed to pat myself on the back here. Obviously, nothing about the Galaxy Note 10 is confirmed at this point, but we do know that Samsung Unpacked is on August 7th, and I will be there. So I am very happy to be able to witness the next Galaxy being unveiled, and to see if we will be able to confirm the truth about the Galaxy Note 10 power button. Thanks, guys.